Hey, folks. I'm Lancer Kine. I'm here with solopreneur. Oh, he's over here. David Kuntz.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, David. You know, you've been sounding a little strange on the phone lately. I've been hearing a lot of sounds of water splashing while you're hard at work this last couple weeks.
Oh, it might have been boat sounds. Maybe that's what you're hearing.
Boat sounds. Are you
Did you hear any seagulls?
are you driving like fast cigarette boats across the the bay in Miami?
Oh yeah. Always in Miami on a cigarette boat. Yeah, always.
Awesome. Yeah. So, while you were over there hanging out like Don Johnson, making it rain green, so I've been doing some pairing with some other folks on our Social Security number watcher that we're building in Android. So I have a question for you. I can show you what we built with TDD, and then we can make an adjustment and do it again in a different part of the object. Or we could, start from, not quite scratch, but start from scratch, and then we'll rebuild from where you saw where you joined us last.
Oh, I'm okay. Just show me the running test, and we'll continue on.
So what I've done,
Is that what you would?
well, I'm flexible here. So what I've done is,
Yeah.
here, let me just show you what we got here. Yeah, folks, while David was out driving a cigarette boat, I did a little pairing with somebody else, off show though, did off camera, and we did some TDD on the view layer, and I'm trying to decide whether to back it all out or not. But by the way, let me show you folks, you can actually get to the code in GitHub. Hang on a second. Let me open up a page here somewhere. Got to find a clean spot. All right, how about this? Can you see my browser? Yeah? All right, cool.
Got it.
So on GitHub, we'll have to add this into the show notes. There is the Android TDD SSN text box. And what is checked in there is a little bit more advanced, a little bit further beyond what we did in the last show. Last show, we just got ready to do TDD. We learned a bunch of things. We got things set up to do TDD. And if you want to go right into the GitHub, it's github.com, Lancer Kind, Android. Well, if you get to Lancer Kind, you'll see something that has the word Android in there. It's the only repository with that designation. Android TDD SSN text box. Okay, so
All right.
yeah, what did we learn here? We actually wrote down what we learned. We learned about, I'm not going to go from the very beginning. Oh yeah, we learned about stub and what stub means, and we had to use a tool called RoboElectric so that we could run our unit tests locally on our PC, on our local environment, rather than run it in the machine in the simulator. And we're a little bit, we find the execution a little slow, but it works, and I haven't deviated from that. I'm still using that. And we discovered spannable string builders and implementation of editable, and that string implements char sequence. And those are a bunch of interfaces that we needed to work with our API for Social Security number watcher. Okay, so let's help the folks remember what it is we're trying to do. Okay, I'll run the unit test. That's what David said a moment ago. Let's run it. Boom. And instantiated down here. And chug, 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 chug. Chug, 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 chug. Chug, 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 chug. There we are.
Oh, in there. Oh, okay. That was pretty fast once.
Kinda. Yeah, it's a slow-ish unit test, but it's fastish in other ways. Anyways, so we can instantiate what we need in our test here. We have this lovely test, has a watcher, because we're building a watcher. The view we don't want to mess with because that's a view layer and it's hard to do TDD. But our watcher is where we're adding the value add of, that's where we're going to build our functionality with TDD. And then we talked about doing spannable or string builder. So let's remind the folks what the app looks like, and then we can get started. Launching the app. By the way, David, I was advised not to upgrade my Kotlin pell-mell, I suppose the word is, to do that judiciously.
Oh. To not upgrade Kotlin and stay on the latest version.
Right. All right. All right, hello world. Come on. Wow. Where's my social security number entry box here, folks? I probably shouldn't have clicked on it like that, but I was getting impatient.
Impatience.
Wow, this is not looking...
So what is that?
Finally.
There?
Wow. Why is it so slow today?
Hello.
I know my computer's working hard. Wow, my CPU is working hard. So it's doing Android Studio, OBS, Pop. Okay, well, Pop is a little bit of load there, I see. So this is the first show, folks, or, well, I don't know. Did we do Pop last time, David, or is this the first show?
We did Pop, but I think we were using, I think we had Pop on. I don't know that we were using the Pop keyboard and the interface and everything. I think we were maybe still using the, I don't know. I think we tried Pop one time, and but this time we're actually using it for everything, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so it's I'm noticing it's taking some CPU time, so wow, come on, behave here. I'm trying to figure out where to put all these windows, because let me put this here, get it out of the way here. Wow, cooperation here, computer. All right, cool. All right, so social security number. The behavior we want, if we type in a number, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not sure if I love this performance I'm seeing. We type in the social security number. We would like it to add the dash after the first three letters, right? If a friendly UI would do that.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd want to add in two more numbers, and then we would like to see the dash pop up, and then we would like to see something like that.
4 numbers.
Okay. And what I learned, no, I don't need to go there. Sorry, I got to figure out what to talk about, what not to talk about. So I learned something from that show that didn't happen where I was working on this off camera. And what I learned is I want to use a different API, because we had a choice of 3 APIs, David. 3. And I think the one that we used was okay, but not the best one. Yeah, you got that, what you said. Let's get over here. Well, we could after text change, on text change, and before.
Text change.
And because what we did, we being I and another compatriot who worked on Social Security number text watcher, we discovered when we used the simplest one, because we wanted to do the simplest one thing that works, right? It's very usual. I mean, why pick the most complicated thing that works? That'll take forever. And we started with not on text change, but we started on after text change, because when you look at the APIs, look at all these parameters. You have character sequence, and then you have this thing that has a bunch of primitives on the end. And you have the version that has an editable, and then you have the version that's the same as the before text change. The on text change is also the same. Now, it almost worked brilliantly, but there was a problem. So what happened, folks,
Really?
and it's checked into GitHub, if you want to look at the code, and we can run the code, we can move forward, we can check out that branch on here and run the unit test. But what we learned is when we used this API, we're missing some things that were helpful. What we were able to implement is we were able to implement something like this. But if you move the cursor to here, I don't know if there it is, finally, and you delete something, it doesn't know you moved the cursor and deleted something. There's not enough information in the object we were getting. So then we realized, oh, that's why that old gnarly code we were looking at that was really hard to understand, and it was legacy code, smell all over the place, and nobody knew what even the parameters meant. That's why they implemented so much more things. We couldn't just get away with just using the simple one, so we have to use one of the more complicated ones. Mm-hmm. So I propose, David, today we do TDD on one of those other two. Now, which one of those other two, we have to figure out.
The other two methods? So
it's either before or on.
When you have... Okay.
So,
okay, before or
so
on.
Yeah. Because the unit tests we have so far right now aren't... See, there's nothing in here. There's no implementation other than nasty little print lines, right? I don't know who did that, but they're in there. And
I know somebody who loves prints.
I don't think that somebody put those in here, though. I think that was a different somebody who felt like there's a knife to his neck, and he's like, "Oh my God, I'm about to use a print statement. Damn it!" And the reason why they're in here, so when we run the simulator, we can figure out what of these three things to use. What are these delicious doors to open? And I am right now. We need to decide if we're going to start with on or before. So, what can we do in this test, this manual test that tells us which one to use? So let me clear up my. We won't spend too much time on here, folks. We just need to make a decision and go for it. Close some of these things and clear. All right, so if I type in a number, we get on, before, and after. They're all called, right? And it's all good. Okay. Later, when we get more complicated stories where we want to handle people deleting and backspacing, we need these cursor position. So we know where was the cursor when somebody typed something in, so we could figure out if we have to put the dash back in or not. That's the main point there. Characters replaced could be useful too, but I don't know. That's getting way too far ahead of where I'm at. But after text change, which was the most simplest one, didn't quite have enough gump. So before text change, we could use that one. I don't know. I'm going to say let's go with after. I don't have a strong opinion on that. It's just I'm going with my gut here. I'm thinking like maybe want to. So if you were a robot inside the phone, David, and I type in 1, you would be doing something after I typed something, right? So I'm thinking we want to use after.
Okay, I'm with you
so
there.
we do 1. Oh, calm down. System UI, not responding message thing. 1. After that happens, we would add the dash, which will change the text and call these events again. So we got to be very careful about recursiveness. That was something that I discovered off camera as well. Causing it, my TDD, I was able to TDD up it really nice, but then when I ran it in the phone, it crashed because I was recursively calling myself. Okay. And yeah. Okay, so we do 1, and we want to enter a dash. And then the after will put the dash in, boink, and then that's going to call all those events again, because that's the Android phone doing it. It's going to call before text change, it's going to call on text change, and after, and so our after has to be smart enough to not add another dash or something, whatever. It probably should be smart enough because our cursor position is now at 2. So it looks like, by the way, it counts from 0, which is good because I was really getting a lot of confusion about what's up.
Okay.
So it's
Cursor
so
position.
that's like where it started, I think.
0.
And so when you type 1, it's at position 0. And after you type the 1, you're probably at position 1, but there's nothing telling us that other than after text change doesn't even give you cursor position, just the before and on do.
Oh, okay. I see.
Because before, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, it's cursor position 0, cursor position 0, and then once that 1 is in there, and you hit another key, before text change, it's at cursor position 1 now, and you can see there's only one thing in the edit field. On text change, you can see the 1 now that was typed in there. Cursor position is still at 1, and after text change, you can clearly see the same number. What is our value? I don't know why we have that in there. Okay. So let's TDD this out and write a unit test for that. Now, David, I want to challenge you today because you were out enjoying those walks on the beach, hanging out with Don Johnson by the cigarette boats. And how about you drive today and let's see how it goes. And so, folks, the magic we're using is pop. So we're doing a pop commercial now. Ha, ha, ha. Pop commercial. We're using pop to allow this interaction because we got tired of Zoom sometimes working and sometimes not.
Yeah. All right. Look, I have control.
All right.
And I can add a new override function.
We want to write a test. Let's go write a test. If you go to...
Yeah, where are we? We're not in the right place.
Far left tab. And you can, if you want to clean some up, that's fine too.
tab.
There's more there than there need to be. Yeah.
This one?
So right now we have a test that just says, after text change, doesn't change the string. What is this thing? Oh, okay. I'm actually surprised. Did you and I write this, or is this something I wrote after, off camera? I think you and I must have wrote this.
I can't tell you.
It's okay. Let's add a new test because we're now testing after text change, aren't we?
It's got lots of stuff in it. Yeah. Yeah. Let's add this new test. So I want to annotate with a test annotation.
Is this your first Kotlin program, by the way?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I've done a little bit of Kotlin coding, but not really much. I can't seem to make it go to the next line. What's going on here? Come here. Come here,
Oh my
cursor.
gosh, that's my fault. I was fiddling with the camera angles, and I moved the cursor, so that's why.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Okay, so I wasn't in the...
I got caught.
Yeah, okay. So you can't do things
I
while
can't.
I'm doing things. Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, not effectively anyway. I'm going to move this window down a little bit so I get a little bit more. I thought I was moving that window down. Anyway, I can't. So I'll try again. Okay, so what are we going to name this test?
We're going to enter in 3 digits, and we expect it to create a dash. So, what we're testing is called after text change underbar. After text change underbar. When 3 numbers entered, add dash. Okay.
All right. I think that's a valid name. That might work.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, yeah.
So, yeah. So I'm thinking I need the rest of that code up there.
Yep.
So I'm gonna look away. Look away, don't watch this. I'm gonna do a little copy and paste if I can. And I'm gonna get all this stuff that I'm not really
Yeah,
sure
let's
what I'm
explain some of
doing
those things,
with.
and maybe we need to rename these.
Yeah.
So text field is the interface that is used. Okay. So a few shows back, we had to like figure out a testable design. There's this view object over here on this hand, and then there's our code that we want to unit test. And if we put them together like this, nobody's happy because you can't really unit test it, or maybe you can, but you got to do a bunch of crazy to get the Android system to allow you to instantiate view objects in a unit test. So we keep them separate. And this interface is the bridge between our code under test and our view. So text interface is that interface. That's the bridge. So you just need to create it because our SSN watcher requires it upon initialization.
Okay. And so our watcher then gets this text field, this interface.
And any changes it wants to do, it's going to use that interface, set text, to tell the view, well, there, hey, you better write 111 dash or whatever.
Okay, and then when we start using it down here, then we're calling this string builder, spannable string builder. Can you explain that?
Oh, okay.
I have no
So,
idea what that
No,
thing
that's
is
an
doing.
input to the after text change after text changed. It's a parameter to after text change. That is the same. That is the content that's on on the form. So that's also the information that's been typed in is stored inside there.
Okay.
So sounds like we have it in there
And
twice
then-
because once there's an interface to go tell the view layer, and then when the view layer is doing stuff, it's going to call those interfaces and it's going to pass in that private data in a form of a spannable
Okay.
string.
And so then in our previous test, we're doing an assert equals 0 for expected kind of that newed up thing, which I think is probably not needed. It was just a gut check there. We probably don't need that. But I expect that what we're going to do is write text box. This is the code under test, I guess, here. And we're going to do append.
It's not quite the code under text. We're still in the arrange phase of our AAA, arrange, act, assert. The act will be calling after text changed on, I'm going to fix something here. So the code under test is the watcher, is here. And
Okay.
Eventually, I'll just type it in here really quick. Eventually, so you're working on the arrange up here. This is all arrange up here. But down here is the act. And then somewhere down here, we're going to do an assert. And the act is watcher dot after text changed. And then we got to pass in a bunch of stuff, which is,
Okay.
and you're working on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. I'm trying to get a dot in there. And I'm going to type a dot multiple times.
Why is this happening? Oh, you got something
And
happen.
I got a space.
Why? Okay, okay, that's annoying.
But a period does not
All right,
work.
I'll type dot. I'm a little bummed out about that dot problem.
Okay. Hello, Pop.
I don't think
Come
anybody
on.
can make us
That's
happy.
that's a common
Actually,
key.
maybe we have to go back to the Mac tool. Do you remember what way it was called? Mac only tool was tuple.
Tuple.
I
Tuple.
feel like that
Something
show
like
went
that,
pretty
yeah.
smooth. Let me close this thing that popped up
Yeah.
on my screen here. And I might turn off my
Okay.
notifications.
So we're going to.
Sorry, 1 second. Make all my notifications go away so we don't get pestered. Do not disturb. All right, sorry. Append.
All right. So I'm going to try and get inside that append and put in 2 quotes. And I'm going to do that again and again. And
Okay, can you move the? You can move the mouse.
click.
You can't type.
Again and
All
again.
right, something's broken. So you can type letters, but you can't type any.
I can get spaces. I can get random characters.
No dots and things like that.
I want punctuation
What do we have to
symbols.
do to make this
I
work?
can't get them.
All right, I have a suggestion here.
I can't get
Go to that. There's a button on the pop dialog that changes it from driving mode to drawing mode.
Yeah. Driving to
Yeah, flip
drawing.
that or flip
Okay.
that on and off.
Flip that on and off, and then go back and
Yeah.
try again. Get back in
Yeah.
the car. And
Drive that car. You drive that car,
Yeah,
David.
it's working now. Yeah. Yeah. Dots. Let's look. I can type dots
Yes.
and
All right, there's a hot tip for folks.
yeah. Okay.
Sorry, Pop, you're not perfect.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to get in and out of the car.
You're making us think about
And-
something else,
and
tuple
run-
now, or getting aggravated. So I don't know. Anyways,
Okay.
yep.
Now, what was I going to do?
Three
in
letter,
here?
three
I was
numbers.
going
Da da da
to-
da.
I was going to go 1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
beautiful.
and
And then go down to, and then I think you want to
well,
pass
the-
that into your act.
Yeah. But do I want the 4th character?
No,
I think I want the 4th.
no, David. Look at the scenario
You're
we're
saying
testing.
no.
What's it say? How many numbers are entered?
3. It
Thank
says
you.
3.
No
It says
4.
3.
That's a different
It says
test case. Gonna wave you off of that one here.
All right. All right. All right. I'm getting ahead of yourself. So what do I want to? How do I want to pass
Type
this
text box
in?
text.
I don't know what to do.
Type text box text and see if the IDE starts being helpful. Yeah, sweet. And then a comma. Come on, IDE, give us those primitives. I know. Okay. Oh, you have to put colon editable or something. Well, yes, it is an editable. We don't have to say that again though. You might want to scroll up a little bit to the previous test and see. I don't know why we're having yeah, we just type text box. Yeah. Well,
Just like that.
I think the IDE was just being helpful. That probably wasn't trying to tell us to put a colon in there because but that confused me. So yeah, just put a comma in there. It's a big IDE. It should be able to figure this out. It's a grown-up IDE.
It doesn't take another parameter.
It will. When you hit we have
It just
to
takes
in
this
this
one.
API. So after text change with a simple one, and there's a limitation that we're going to hit if we use it, and we don't want that limitation.
Okay. You're saying that
Comma.
I need a
And then-
comma, and then
Some IDE magic. I'm waiting. Where's the
Something.
magic?
ID
Damn it.
magic.
All right, hover over.
Magic happen.
Hover over after put.
Up.
I think if you put
still.
the mouse over the
Hover
word
and hold
after text
still.
change, it will help you. Hold it there and see. Well, that didn't help us. Did we pick the wrong one? Oh, we picked the wrong one, I think. After text change. Isn't that the 3? Okay, let's look at the code for a second. Go to SSN, text watcher, KT. On text change. Okay. That's the one we want to use. Not after. We were getting confused because we're...
Hey, I'm just typing what you're telling me.
Exactly. That was your
You're-
umpteenth mistake. No.
Okay, you're saying I don't want to use after
we want
text change. I want to use on text change.
Seriously.
And then I'm going to change the name of my function up here.
There's before, there's on, and then there's after. Huh. I'm not believing myself.
Okay. And then you're thinking that this text box is going to give me some sort of more information here.
There it
And
is.
I can't tell. Okay.
All right, it's going to take characters in text edit. That's a character sequence. It turns out string is also a character sequence. Spannable strings builder probably is too. Might be overkill. We might switch to string. Let's just see what happens. But but let's think about the rest before we move the cursor. So cursor position should be, if we type in 3 characters, what's the cursor position if it starts at 0?
0, 1, 2.
Yeah. 2. And number of characters replace should be, in our scenario, I'm not highlighting stuff and deleting. So
0.
that's 0.
Yeah.
Count of characters added.
Are these things that we want to pass in, or are things that we're going to be expecting to get back?
We're passing in. These are the conditions we're passing into our object that's under test. Or, yeah.
Okay, so you're saying that if my keyboard was working
not getting commas
well
now?
and commas worked, now I'm not getting a comma. I'm getting out of the car. Just a second. Getting back in the car, and now that I'm back in the car, I'm going to type comma, and there's my comma.
Wow. All right. Well, we got the workaround.
Yeah. Yeah, we got the in and out of the car again. Okay, number of characters replaced, and then I've got another parameter, which I don't remember what it is, so I come back over here and hover, count of characters added. I don't know what that would be. Would that be, I have no idea what that is.
I think it's, well, let's look at our, right down there beneath in the run window, you can see when we typed in 111, the count of characters added. If you can scroll that, okay, it's 1. So it's when you hit the last 1, it's going to be 1. So that makes sense to me. I was going to guess 1, but I wanted to confirm.
Okay. I'm typing a 1, and it's going to add all that text for me. And,
sweet, they did some IDE magic, there. But you have to have the commas working.
I got. If your comma character is functional. Okay, so now you're saying I'm going to add that stuff in to, and I'm going to pass that to on text change.
Yeah.
It seems weird to me that I'm passing something to on text change.
That's where our code that we're going to develop is going to live in there. So it's got to like do something valuable at this point after that's called, and then we got to assert on that. Did that make sense?
Oh, okay.
Well, on text change is where we stuck in the act position there, David. It's the thing that we're testing. If you want, we could change watcher to SUT, or I don't know why it's called system under test, because it's really more of an object under test. But anyways, maybe it should be an out instead of SUT. But but no, it's not like baseball kata again or something. But yeah, these variables can be renamed. Watcher under test, would that be better?
No, not any better. It's just, it's weird that we're passing things into this thing as if we just changed something. That's just
yeah, you are, yeah, so, okay, let's think about this. So the reason why on-text change is called by Android, and it's only called by Android when there's certain conditions that happen. And we are creating those conditions in the arrange, and we got to call on text change because we expect as a result something else to happen. So when you write that assert, you will have a failing test case because we haven't written any code yet on text change to do anything about the conditions that are happening in the arrange. Does that help or not?
Okay, what do we, just a tiny bit. So I think I can ignore my problem with that and go, now that we have it changed, what are we expecting to have happen in our assert? And how do you actually assert?
Oh, you're going the right way. Your mouse is headed where I was going to say, hey, David, go look at the name of the test. What's it say on the end of that test?
When 3 numbers in there.
Yeah, right. We better see we bloody well should see a dash at the end of that text box text.
Okay, so we're going to then assert that text box.
Let's not use length. Let's like check
Length.
the actual string.
Yeah, let's don't. Okay. Wonder how we get the actual string.
It's like Java for some reason. What would you do in Java?
Oh God, a
Yeah,
two
baby,
string?
it's a 2-string.
Really?
Do you feel like nostalgia, waves of nostalgia coming on?
Oh, that hurts. That really does. It's gonna cringe. Okay. So we're not going to expect 1. We're going to expect a string of 1, 2, 3 dash.
Yeah, you better put some parentheses around that bad boy.
Yeah, I tried.
Oh,
I think I have to go get out of the car. Stand by.
We gotta send the URL to the show to Pop. I swear, we gotta do that, David. Don't let's not forget to do that. We're gonna send them a URL to the show. We'll get another viewer. Maybe we get a Pop call. Hey guys, send me your log file right now. I want to see what's going on. Because we like Pop.
Okay, so
Because it works on PCs and Macs. Where Tuple we like too, but well, between David and I, we only use Mac. So, but I don't know. I'm just trying to be more open.
yeah, I mean, I don't see why the world even runs a PC, but okay. So we've got an assert now that we think should work if we were changing things behind the scenes like we think we should. So let's hit, which one of these run characters do you think this test would run on? Shouldn't.
Okay, so you have to change your context. So by the little hammer, further to the other.
By the
I gotta get my fingers
Yeah.
pointing the right way.
Hammer.
Oh, over here. So by the hammer, you have to change that to test. There you are. And then if you hit that button, that will run the test. That will only run this test. But
test.
since it's the only test we have, that's okay.
Okay. Oh, we got more tests.
Well, it only runs this
We got
one
tests we can throw out,
test
but
object.
that you're,
And
okay.
you can run. I discovered just in this show, like at the beginning, how to run all the tests in the whole project, which I didn't know about. I just accidentally did it right today by right-clicking on the project app, and it has it'll make it all tests for you, which is pretty sweet. Thank you, Android Studio. Uh-oh, David, our test didn't pass. I thought TDD meant you only wrote tests that pass, man. What the heck? I feel so upset now. I feel driven now. I'm not sure what that.
Feel driven, but not
Unsatisfied.
driven.
I'm driven by
So
dissatisfaction.
We've got a failing test, and that's a good thing because we know that our test, if we can get it to pass, we know that we can get it to fail.
Yeah,
too.
right.
And we expected that the dash would be added for us automatically, and it's not doing that. So where are we going to go in to make this test start passing now?
We have to go visit SSN Text Watcher.
You're going to have to help me. Test Watcher. Okay. Here in this class,
Yeah.
and on text
Yeah.
changed is what we called. And it's doing this printout right now. And what we want to do is if cursor position is, can I wonder if I should do it below here, below that print line. I'm going to do it below the print line. I'm going to throw in an if statement. If cursor, and I'm going to try and spell it right, cursor position.
Just hit enter. It'll spell it right for you. Yeah, well,
Really?
it's already the name of your parameter, so.
Position
Yeah.
equals 2.
Yeah.
If cursor position equals 2, then
I think you need to parenthesis that baby.
I think I want to do something like, you think it needs parens?
I think that's why it's all red up there.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay. It got much happier, didn't it? It loves the parens. Okay. Then if that's true, then what do we want to do? This is just going to work in some cases, but I'm going to append to text edit sequence, I guess. Characters in text edit, spelled really funny. Is it supposed to be funny like that?
Yeah, it's a Kotlin thing. You always spell edit with an X, David. No, I don't know. It's just a mistake.
Oh,
you can
okay.
rename that baby.
I'll rename it in a minute when I figured out what I want to do with it.
Edixed.
I want to what?
Like an
I want
append.
to. No,
Oh.
I tried that. It didn't.
Oh, never mind then.
It didn't allow me to append. I tried. Apply. I can apply, but
know
I
what
can't
that is.
append.
All right, this is a character sequence. So it's using the. Can you hover over? Well, you're doing the same thing, I think, but down there. So character sequence is maybe read only. Is that what's going on here? I don't know. There's a get, so you can read it. Is there a set? Set of. I think this is a read-only API. A character sequence. Can you maybe if you hover over a character sequence in the parameters, and we can take a look at what is it? Go over where it says character. Yeah, hover over that. Let's see if we can help us tell us more about this. All right, represents a readable sequence. All right, there we are. Boom, it's readable. Great. Now, remember that interface that we have for setting the text?
Do I remember it?
Oh, okay.
No.
We actually have to change our test case. So actually go ahead and, disable this or comment it out because we have to rearrange our test case. We made an assumption that character sequence was read-writable, and it's probably good it's read-only. So go back to the test and let's take a look at that test case. You arranged, David, the very first thing that says text field on line 195. It implements a text interface. Now that's our gateway interface to the view object, and so we use that to communicate interesting information to the view object, like, hey, set your text. So now our assertion isn't right. We have to change that to assert that text field. I'm moving the cursor, by the way. I was just trying to read. Set the text field.
Okay.
We have to check that our text field's been set to something, to 1, 2, 3, 4. So the text box part is wrong, and you want to put text field in there.
Okay. I can change that.
Yeah.
Don't know how to do it in this.
It's going to be a little bit, we're going to probably have to
IDE very well, but
add something to this again. So here's the thing now, David, that's an object. And it implements text interface, but that's all it has. So we're going to have to add to our API. We're going to have to ask, hey, view layer, what the heck do you have over there? so that we can unit test. So, okay. So we're learning that there's a new, so when we interact with our view object, we need a set and we need a get. So, which I'm not shocked by. We just did the simplest thing that worked when we first did the set. So we need to go back to text interface. It's the far right tab, and add a get. Yeah. So we have a set in here, but now we need a get.
Okay.
So we're gonna have some fun get text.
I don't know why, but you're saying we need a get text
Because we need to get that from our view layer.
in an interface.
I mean, we already have a
Okay.
setter, boom, but our test
And-
needs to get out what was set. And there's a couple ways we could do that. Maybe we don't use the interface, but I'm pretty sure. Hold on a second. Do we really need this?
Who's implementing this?
There's a
interface?
possibility we don't need this interface, but I'm making an assumption here, and it might not be correct. We need to, okay, so there's two ways to implement this. We either put it in this interface thinking that we're going to need this in our product code, which we don't really know yet, or we put it in our unit test text field. And so because it's mocking, and so when it gets its set called, it stores it so our test can get it. So I'm gonna take another step back and say, okay, let's not change the interface yet because we don't know if we really need it in the product code, and let's just put it in our mock object. We need to put that spy in there, a little bit of data, to capture the set, so we can get information out of what's going on inside that method.
So you're saying,
Yeah, don't pull the
do
trigger on
this
that yet, because we don't know for sure if we'll need that. I have a feeling it will grow, but it's especially when we added masking, that's probably where that will grow. But for now, I'm not sure this part will be helpful. So yeah, so now go to 196, add another line, and implement a spy for set text. So you need to create a way to get that, when set text is called, store it somewhere so we can get it out in our unit test.
so when set text is called, I'm
Like, what's it doing now? It's doing
I'm
nothing
lost.
right now, right?
it's set text is doing absolutely nothing, and you're wanting to do.
You want to spy on
something
what got set.
and so you're going to want this thing to hold something somewhere
Yeah.
in memory, right? So we're going to need a thing to.
Maybe a class
we're going to
variable
need
or
a
something.
holder. So we're going to need like a holder for the
Yeah.
string,
Right.
right? And then you're suggesting that a class
Well, no,
variable
you
might
got the
work?
class variable already. So holder, you just need to declare holder inside that object declaration. So that object, by the way, this is an anonymous inner class, like you would do in Java, but the Kotlin version, which we can't do in Swift. That's probably why this is looking weird anyhow. So this is more like Java. So if you above 197, you can declare your holder to be whatever the heck it is you want it to be. Let me drive for a second. Where is there? It is. Okay, cool. So it's like string. Okay, I'm in Kotlin, so I can do a var because it's a variable, and it's going to be holder. And then I suppose I put string. Is it capital S or lower? It looks like it's uppercase S.
Capital S. Capital S.
And then I just put like enter, I suppose, or I set it equal to empty string.
You could do quote.
Yeah, I think
Or
it's the same
that,
thing, but
yeah.
if it isn't, we can
Okay,
put quote.
same
I don't
thing.
know. Quote's a little more, maybe more
looks-
readable. Yeah, that looks better. And then why the heck did text interface actually? Yes, let's rename this too. That's a horrible parameter name. Sting. Sting. We love Sting over on the show, folks. Nothing against you, Sting, but we probably should have a better parameter name. Where is that refactor?
Okay.
Refactor.
Refactor.
All right,
rename.
what should set text be? What's his parameter?
It should be string.
Well, should it be string?
It should be
Isn't that just like
lowercase.
saying it's primitive type? It's like have an int that's an int.
Okay.
What?
Do you want it to be text?
Text is a tiny bit better.
Label.
What is this
label?
damn text for?
It is for displaying social security
call it
numbers,
that.
isn't it?
Social, we can call it SSN or our social security number, whatever. I'm flexible.
Let's go SSN.
All right, sweet.
That's
All right, I
Okay.
think that's good. Whoops, and I triggered something. Oh, it's just telling me, hey, I got to do some refactoring. I go, yeah, that's what I paid for. Android Studio is free, folks, so I don't know. Take that for what it's worth. I think Google is paying for it. All right. Compliments of Google.
somewhere it said SSN field, as in
Yeah, there's a field in the.
Anyway.
I believe the product code has been changed now because of that, because we have SSN. There it is. So our text watcher.
Is using SSN field, and the interface is using SSN.
Yeah, I
That's
think
weird.
That's
Okay.
oh, is that okay? Oh, okay. So what's going on here? Could they be the same name? Well, okay. So what is SSN field? SSN field is this
Parameter name.
for the interface, and it means within SSN
Yeah.
text watcher, it's going to refer to it as something, and it could refer to it as SSN field. It could refer to it as, in our unit test, we call it something else, text edit or something. We call it text field. That's probably not a good name, or not as good a name. But I don't know. I'm flexible. What's the right name here?
Well,
In a phone, is that a field or is that a text box? Or I mean, text box is generic.
yeah, I'm fine with SSN field. It's just I didn't know. I'm lost on naming and what's being passed where, and
So the code we drive will be
what that refactoring did for
the
us.
code we drive will be using SSN field inside of here.
Okay.
And then if it doesn't make sense, we'll have to rename it again. But all right, cool. So you got this in here. Maybe we can change it to. It should actually complain, but how come it didn't? Oh, it just doesn't update it. Maybe I can name. I don't know. Didn't update that. I suppose. Come on, give me that refactoring. Okay, Shift F6. That's what I want to use next time. Set text, SSN, N, that's all. And holder, can we just call that SSN again?
Yep.
All right, Shift,
Yep.
apples,
F6.
Shift F6. Why am I not doing this? Oh, there it is.
Renaming.
See if we can do that. No, I didn't say field. Anyways, that didn't work quite the way I wanted to. Do we not have this ability? I don't know how you do this in Kotlin. Oh, we have a var over here. That's probably the problem. All right, that should work, right? I don't know. Okay, it worked. All right.
All right.
So our test. Can we write our assertion now?
We're
Text field.
we're storing in the SPY, we're storing the SSN, but
So you're calling text field .toString, and you want to change that to, I don't know, just say SSN.
okay, so we still haven't done anything to make it pass the test. So we should still be failing the test. If we run it, I'm assuming this is going to run the test. We should still be failing the test. And I think I asked it to run
it's
it.
building.
I think it's
Chugging
running.
along. I'm going to take a look at my CPU while it's happening, because I'm amazed at the load. I'll come back here. So OBS is the big dog, and then Android Studio, and then Pop. So Pop's not a giant load, but those are three big things. That's what's going on. And then there's a little bit of Zoom. So our next show, if we cut out Zoom, we would reduce the load some. That might be something we want to try, but I didn't want to do it in this show because I thought, oh, I'm going to have to figure out how to get the windows to work again. So, but maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Actual is blank, David.
Yeah, because we're not doing anything with
Son of a gun.
Yeah. And we're not consistently doing anything with it. So we need to
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think you're going the right way. We have to do something.
We need to, inside our SPY, we need to keep updating this thing every time something is called. I'm not computing on all cylinders here, but we've got the local SSN here in our SPY, and we're setting it to blank, which is kind of going to override it, and we're never setting it to anything else except down here in this set text function. And then the question is anybody ever calling set text?
Nope, nobody's calling it. So nobody's communicating back to our view layer what to do. Okay, so I'm lost. I think the question on your mind is, here, let me take a stab at this. The question on your mind is, maybe you would like to see 1, 2, 3 instead of nothing. And that feels better, but I don't know if it matters. So the main thing is we have an interface that's used to communicate back to the view layer updates, and we're not using it yet. So I would just focus on that. I wouldn't worry about trying to, for example, one could say, hey, why don't we also initialize this to the same number that we put here, that way everything kind of looks right. But I don't think it matters. I think that's just extra work just to make us feel better, but it doesn't matter. I think what matters is test driving that on text box change so that it sends the right message via set box back to our view layer. So the test is failing, and now I think we just need to implement the code that fixes that problem.
So implementing the code that fixes the problem.
Yeah, make the test pass. That's what I mean.
Okay. So nobody is calling it.
Right. The thing that we're testing isn't calling it because we haven't written it yet.
Yeah. So we should be down in here on text change.
Line 32 is where you want to be, and you want to do something different than.
Yeah, and we want to set text, I
See,
guess.
it's called SSN dot
On that-
SSN field dot. I think it's field though. SSN field. And then why is that not coming up? Okay, it was called SSN field, right? So if you scroll to the top of this this class, SSN field is the text interface. And because it's in there, I believe, or I assume that there's it automatic, oh, it's never used. But we're going to use it right now. And do we have to explicitly create a placeholder for it, or do we just use it? I thought we just use it. SSN field, I don't know, just try it. SSN.setText, just type it in there, pretend it should be all. Why wouldn't that work? And then you put in, yeah. It will make the test pass in the simplest way possible. So,
Yeah.
yeah, good. Now, if you run the test, it won't compile, I guess, because I don't know why. There's something that I don't understand with Kotlin that's happening here. So why doesn't Kotlin have my field? Where is it hiding it at? Okay, there's a quick fix over there. Can you go see what that quick fix was about?
I'm not in sync
Yeah, the
with
light bulb. You
I
got
don't
it.
think.
What does that say?
The light bulb?
It says create local variable. I don't want to do that.
Create parameter.
That's pretty close, but I don't want to just create a parameter. It's supposed to be the thing that was initialized. Okay, maybe maybe this is a problem we haven't created an initializer correctly in this class. So go ahead and scroll to the top of the class and see if there's an initializer. Because I have a blockage here. I don't know how to do this in Kotlin. So we have SSN field as an input on line 5, and we're not doing anything with it. So do we have to make an initializer function to do something with SSN field so we have a local copy? I assumed that we're going to get this automatically. I thought Kotlin was going to do something to go, so we wouldn't have to,
Yeah.
but it doesn't seem to be doing that.
I thought it would, but if it doesn't,
Open up my
we could create
browser
one, right?
here. Yeah, we probably have to create one. I'm going to do some Googling while you're doing that on this. Let's see. So the problem is Kotlin initializer.
I'm getting a whole bunch of red stuff like it doesn't
I don't know
like
if
me.
init's a Kotlin thing. It's in blue. Does that mean it's a keyword? It does look like it's a keyword. All right, constructor initialization versus init block Kotlin. Let's take a look. Interesting. So it's like, no, I'm just a little confused. Oh, they actually use the word constructor as a keyword. And I think that's, okay, hang on a second. Let me see. If we use constructor, let's see. So it looks like all right, what's going on here? Oh, okay. This is a little bit confusing to me. All right, so there's two options in Kotlin is you have either constructor instead of init, and you put, what you would expect to put in there, or you do like what we have with SSN field, but then you add something that we haven't added yet called an init block. And the init block is used to capture, if you care to, what was passed in via that initializer. So I think we want to use an init block. A init block is like in Java. I think Java did it
Okay.
too. You do init, and then you do a curly brace, and then inside the curly brace you declare what you need. What, is it declared there, or is it just initialized? Oh, I see. Yeah. It's a little bit bureaucratic in my opinion, but do you want me to drive a little bit, or do you have a picture of what I'm...
I'm trying to
I'd share it, except
get
I...
keyboard control again. Okay, so here I want to do self.ssn.
Okay, it's this. Your Swift is going to be really screwed up after this show, David.
It's not self,
Yeah.
it's this. Oh, okay. This SSN field equals SSN
Yeah.
field. And then we need to declare an SSN field
Yeah.
somewhere, right? And
This is such
we
a-
want two
I'm so
S's,
disappointed we have to go through all this,
three.
but-
I thought it would have built-in or automatic init.
Can I drive a little bit here?
Um,
I'm going to get rid of some extra things.
Yeah.
So I don't think, so init is a Swifty thing, but here you just need a block. And then up here, like you were saying a moment ago, you have to do a var, SSN.
Field.
Gotta type it right. There it is. And then maybe it's type. Well, let's test if I don't need this type. Can I do that?
Idea.
I'm trying not to be too Java-ish here. Oh yeah, that should be private. That's fine. What else do you have for me? Specify type explicitly. All right, fine. Where's the inference, man? Okay.
Well, that's a interface.
What?
Oh, is it going to be okay just being an interface?
I expect it wants to be set to something, but apparently that's all I have to do. Really? Can be joined with assignment. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Oh, what do you want me to actually? Oh, okay. Actually, that was helpful. Quick fix. I cut out some extra crud I didn't want to add in a init block. Do you see what it just did?
Uh-huh. I think I see what, yeah. I think I see what it just did.
So this is a little lighter than creating a init block. Thank you for that, IDE. Yeah. All right, I'm okay with that. It's a little weird to have the same name, but it...
Okay, so let's go down then and see if...
All right, see if the test runs.
Where...
I think it's a breakpoint.
Red... Oh, it's a breakpoint?
Yeah, okay, because we're going to run into a problem later, and I'll tell you, I'll tell you about that later. I think we'll run into a problem later.
Okay.
And last time I had to use a breakpoint to figure out what the heck happened.
All right, so you're saying if I run this
Should
test
pass.
now...
Yay, passed. All right?
Okay.
Okay, so the reason why it passed is because, hey, if cursor position is equal to 2, it calls set text. And that will affect our view object because our view object is passed in via that interface. Assuming that the view object has a set text. Maybe we haven't implemented it yet. I'm not sure. Okay? We can't test that with TDD because it's a view object. But if we go over to the view object, which is SSN field, and look, it's got a watcher. It added itself as a watcher. And look, it's got a set text.
Okay.
So this.set text SSN. So it's setting itself, the text on itself. Okay, so I think that it looks plausible that this could run at runtime. Now, I'm going to prepare you folks. I got to call the shots here because something's going to go sideways. And the first time it went sideways, it was like not, it's like, what the hell's going on? Here's the trick. And it's okay. We're going to try it out in the app. We're not going to try to protect ourselves from this. But we have to run this, manually test this once or a few times, once at least, to see if we've got the protocol right. So David and I are making assumptions on how the text watcher talks to text interface. And if we understand it perfectly, it's going to work like lickety split. But if we make any mental errors or if we don't understand the protocol between these two objects, when we actually run this in the Android system, something may not be happy. So we have to, even though our unit test says, hey, I love it, looks great, guys. Maybe we're 90% there. Now, I'm going to tell you this. There's something weird that's going to happen, and it'll probably crash the Android app. What's going to happen is we are going to have on text change, if the cursor position's 2, we're going to change the text again, okay? Now, what the heck does that mean? Well, that means the view object's going to get another text update. Oh, we added a dash, and it's going to call all these events again. And it's going to call before text change because we stuck a dash in there, all right? It's going to call after text change because we stuck a dash in there, all right? Because this is asynchronous programming. This is going to happen whether, our unit test isn't asynchronous at all. And then we're going to get to this one. And it's going to add in the dash. Now, I don't know what the cursor position is going to be when it comes in here again. If it's cursor position unequal to 2, we're good. If cursor position never changes because, we added this set text, and if that updates the cursor position, we're good. We're golden, baby. This will work with lickety split, just like, and that means David and I, we understand the protocol. But if it doesn't, don't be surprised. We might have to use a breakpoint or something. So if that cursor position is not updated, this thing will call itself forever, and then the Android simulator will crash.
App will crash.
You ready, David?
Okay.
Should we put some money on this? Like,
I'm
what the heck?
ready.
Are we going to succeed or fail? What do you think? First run.
I'm going for success.
Going for success. I feel pretty good too. I think that the cursor position will be updated to 3, and it will not call itself forever, and will be good. All right. Okay. So I'm with you. I'm not going to bet against you. All right. Run app. Let's give this baby a shot. Oh, and we have to be careful here. We have to type in the characters 1, 2, 3 to actually manually test what we've done in our unit test. All right, launch succeeded. Is it going to move the window for me? I don't remember. Davey. All right, it says Davey. That usually means I need to move the window myself, I guess. And I'm going to click on, I don't know, wait. All right, everything looks great. I'm going to go back over here and clear it just because I'm excited and I want to see all the, come on, clear all.
Are you clearing the,
all right.
Okay.
And now we're going to type in 1, 2, 3, and I'm not going to press dash. Nothing up my sleeve, folks. I'm just going to type 1, 2, 3 and stop, and if it updates it, then it updates it. Now, I didn't put the focus on that field, so I better put the focus. There it is. Okay, here it comes. Look, nothing should be over here still. With some weird information. Who cares? All right, here it goes. 1, boom. 2, boom. Okay, you ready? You're on the. We can look over here one more time.
Yeah.
All right, looks good. Okay. And the last one, folks, drum roll. I have to. Okay. Nothing happened, so that's probably a bad sign.
Did you type a 3?
I thought I
see a
did,
3 on the screen.
And the cursor went away. So
okay.
What happened there? So we got 1, 2.
And we've got a dispatch.
And then, yeah, characters on text change, character in, on text change got
2,
called.
3.
Before text change got called, it's 1, 2. On text change got 1, 2, 3, so it's cruising in the right spot, and our function is inside on text change. And we do the printout before we do the if. Okay, now, Stack Overflow! Woo! We Stack Overflow, David.
We Stack
classic.
Overflowed because
At my widget. So call it repeatedly. At my widget, SSN field, set text, set text, set text. So it does not update the cursor position. And then it eventually crashes down here. This is probably the rest of Android going like, what's going on? I don't know. Huh. So there we are. Garbage collection happens.
All right, so by trying to sneak a dash in there, we crashed it because it couldn't handle recursively calling our set text. Is
Yeah,
what you're
on text
saying.
change. So we keep doing it. We keep calling set text over and over, even though we did it once. Once should be enough, right? But so now we need to do something about that. And this is a situation where you wouldn't discover this with TDD because it's asynchronous programming land. And well, I mean, if somebody's got a better idea out there, let me know. But yeah, this is something that we have to learn. Again, it goes back to us, our understanding of the protocol. So what should we do?
So I'm thinking we should update cursor position in addition to updating set text.
We don't have control over that. These are
cursor
passed to us in this method. I mean, you could say, well, maybe we need to add something to our interface back to view and tell view this, but I suggest that we need to put some signaling. I mean, I don't think that strategy. I'm guessing that strategy won't work.
Okay.
At least it's a.
All right,
Well,
what's your
how about
strategy?
we put a signal in here that we were called once and not to keep calling ourselves again and 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 again.
Okay.
And let me think about this. Now, I'm trying to think of how to add this into our unit test as well. So last time I did this, I did add it to the unit test. I just stuck the damn code in there because I couldn't think of how to unit test it. But I'm trying to, all right, so I guess the first rational thing is, let me think about this. I think we need to do an experiment. I don't know if we can do this as a unit test because I don't like to unit test experiments because I don't know if if the code I'm writing is going to stick. So the experiment is this, is can we signal? So we just need to put an and in here. And that and could be a Boolean. Like what is it? Adding. So we're in the midst of adding a dash. So adding dash. Okay. So when that is false, we can do this once, and then other key point, and I am sharing this with you because this is the other problem I created for myself, is you gotta change the Boolean before you go into set text, because you lose control at that point because it's asynchronous. You go adding dash equals true. All right, and that should solve our problem. If you put it beneath the set text, you're screwed because you've already lost control of the thread. You're calling yourself a million times. So that's an idea that I think will work. I'm not sure how to unit test that. So it'll be a class variable. Oh, it'll be a class variable inside a set text. So I think we could unit test it. Let's give it a try. I'm confident enough that this will work to actually write the unit test now, after I looked at it.
Okay. So it's red right now because you haven't declared adding dashes.
I'm gonna not even add it right now. I'm gonna go write a unit test.
Okay. You're going to go write the
I
test?
feel like this is a great idea, and I no longer feel like I have to do the experiment.
It can be tested.
So this thing, SSN Text Watcher, has a Boolean inside of it. And so whenever this is called,
Okay.
I have a new assertion that true, and that's called, I can't read I think it's too much text field. Watcher. Dot. What did I say that Boolean was called? Adding?
Adding
Adding dash.
Adding dash.
Okay. All right. So from an API standpoint, does this look reasonable to you?
No, I don't like it.
What's better? Talk to me.
I don't know. I don't know. You're using things in this other object that, as opposed to calling methods on it. So you're not asking for it. You're reaching.
Oh,
into
you want
it
me to
and
put a
using
method in
that
there? Well, this could be a method called.
Watcher.
Well, what would you call it? We call it
Well,
is adding dash.
yeah. That's. Let's see if it works from this standpoint first. Let's get it to work, and then we'll clean it up if we feel it needs cleaning.
All right. So if I can have the quick fix, add that thing in there. Come back here, quick fix. Create member property.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
All right, create member property. All right, adding dash. Oh, value. That's the same thing as a constant, though, so it can't be that. It's a variable.
Yeah, it needs to be a var.
And it's a Boolean.
And it should be a Boolean.
And
get rid of the question mark because, we want it to start off false. And then
test should be runnable now. So if I run the test, it should fail. Oops, let me do this. Go over here, right click. Come on, right click. Pretty sure that's what I did last time. Wow, where's my right click? Well, what the heck, man? Well, that's just cranky.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's not working for me. I guess I got to do this. Earlier I did right click and that's how it gave me the all tests. And that's where I discovered, oh, cool, I can run all the tests, but I didn't get it this time. All right, so we should get a test run.
But adding dash is never being updated, so it should probably fail in.
And that's going to make us angry and drive us to do something.
It should probably stack. It should probably stack overflow. Shouldn't it?
You want us to write an exception routine there to like stack overflow?
No. We're not setting our flags, so.
Yeah. So the test is failing, so we just got to add it. You're right, though. If we ran it in the actual app, heck yeah, we're going to stack overflow.
Oh, that's okay. That's where I was thinking.
So here, oops. Okay. So run that, and the test should pass, and then we can go back to running it in the Android app. Sweet. Okay. David, do you want to do the honors of running it in the Android app? And
Oh, you're thinking I know how. I'm not sure I know how.
oh, we should pair then. Well, why don't you?
Try
Yeah, you got it.
Switch it to app.
Yep.
Click on that 8 times. Okay. And then
Yeah.
click on this. And that's going to fire up a simulator.
And the next thing you know, there'll
assuming-
be a Kotlin version of Inspire Me cards. There's probably a
No.
converter for like Swift to Kotlin out there to give you,
You
the
think?
sort of the
I think there is one.
you know,
Give you a
make sure your Swift code's nice and
gist
beautiful
of-
before you do it, and then otherwise you'll be creating duplicate annoyances. All right, launch succeeded. I don't know if you can switch my screen. Can you do a swipe to the other view, other windows?
No, I'm swiping on my own screen. No,
All right,
I can't.
I'll bring it over there. So I'm going to click on wait and then let you try, because I don't know how well this will work, but let's find out. So you'll have to put the cursor on the field and click.
Okay,
Oh, there
I'm
you are.
not
You're coming on
seeing-
screen.
Oh, there. Oh, okay. All right.
And you have to click on it, I think.
I'm trying to click on it.
Might not
clicking
work then.
multiple
Can you open a folder? Yeah, open that folder that your pointer's on. Does it open? Nothing's opening. All right, I guess that's probably, I mean, I told the pop to only share that one screen over in the IDE, so maybe that's what it does. It only shares it on that one screen. Anyways, I'll type it in.
Okay.
1, 2, and the big point is 3. Oh, snap. Look at that.
Oh, and we didn't get anything
Oh, but the
back.
cursor is still there. Probably doesn't matter. Let's go to terminal. Oops, not terminal. The run. Looks like unhappiness again. All right, now why didn't that work? So set text got called 100 million times again. How the snap did that happen? I set the variable to true.
All right.
Yeah, it says it's getting this called a whole bunch of times. Right. Why is that happening? Now I did not expect this situation. There it is. Okay, so we set the Boolean right there. Oh. David, we didn't do an and we haven't found a way to test drive that. Oh, that's the problem. All right, we got to add another feature to our unit test. We don't have an and in here to prevent it, to guard it from going in here. So we need to update our test a little bit more, because we can be smarter. We can be smarter than that.
Okay.
What would be smarter than that is,
How are you going to update this
All right,
test?
right. Okay, so this part is correct, true. And when this is called, we expect this dash. Well, yeah, it should never call. Okay. Here we are. So we got to write a new unit test that says, hey, when we put 1, 2, 3 dash, the Boolean should be set to true. Because it said it, wait. Okay, sets it to false. How does that work again? It sets it, I went the wrong way. It sets it to, in the code,
It's first
it's
false.
first false.
It becomes true when we hit position 2.
And if we call it again, we shouldn't set the text again. Oh yeah, we simulate the act of calling it again like Android would call it. So we're gonna hit it again, and it should, how do we know it skips it, though? Because it won't change it to true. It'll stay false. Ooh, something's a little trickier. I think we can do this, though. All right, back to the test. So we got to write a separate test, so this is a little bit complicated. And I really need to refactor this so we're not doing all this copy-paste stuff. We're going to get the cops after us. I can feel it. In the other version, I cleaned up all this garbage so we don't have all this goddamn, boilerplate. All right, on text change doesn't call self again when editing, when adding, something like that. All right, now we don't care about this at all. Well, yeah, I'm not gonna, I don't know, I'll decide on that. Probably can make this simpler up here because I don't think we need to spy now.
Yeah.
All right, so we got this going on, and we created 1, 2, 3, which is good. And we set this condition up to do that. I think that's all good. So we call it again in position 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. Yep. And I mean, we could even assert first before we call it. That thing is false. That's a fair request. It should start out false. What do I do here? Assert equals that what that what's this thing called? Oh, I hate it when it makes a giant box. Watcher. Okay, it's false. Adding dash. Okay. At the beginning, it's not adding a dash. But once we call on text change, it's adding a dash. And adding a dash. When it adds a dash, it resets it. It sets it to true. If you call it again with the same conditions, it will exit, but we won't know. I'm not sure how to test this again. I'm a little bit confused. How do I test that it doesn't do the code in here? Oh, because I'd have to change it to false manipulatively, and then it should stay false because it didn't go in here to turn it to true. That make a
You're frying my brain, but if you think you understand it, code it up, buddy.
So okay, and I gotta get rid of the act assert stuff because it's not. We're breaking that pattern a little bit. We have to put this in a separate test to do this. I mean, to get the demagogues off my back, we'd have to put this one thing here in a separate test because we have more than one acts in here. I think I'm gonna roll with it for now. Clean up later. Okay, so we call it once, but because we're sneaky people and we want to test that condition, we're going to change the watcher's state on watcher dot editing dash to false. We're going to change that bloody thing to I think false again. And hang on a second. How is that going to work? Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm full of it. All right. So it's going to go in. It's going to call it here. But now I need to check the condition because it's still. All right. All right. So this. I don't think this idea is flying. How I got to check the condition, and how I'm going to check the condition is my spy is not going to get called again. That's how that's going to work. Okay. Because the spy, thank God for spies, David. So this thing is spied on, right? So when I call it again, the spy should not get set text called again. Did you buy that?
I don't know what
Okay,
it is.
when I call
it.
on text change the first time, normal conditions, it's gonna set adding dash to true. We know it should have more code up here to guard it, but it doesn't, right? We're gonna test drive that. So it's gonna set the text to this. If I call it a second time, I call on text change a second time. If this was set to true, set text should be called again with that string. But my expectation is set text isn't called at all the second time. And I'm going to assert that my spy does not get called a second time, because if it does, I'm angry and upset because my guard didn't do its job.
Okay.
So now,
I think I follow you through that
okay.
logic.
So when
string.
set text gets called, I'm going to use my spy. And I'm going to say, hey,
How many times?
yeah, you got it. So, okay, act, that happens. And I know this is totally confusing if I leave it like that, but I'm going to leave it like that. All right, so I go down here and I have a different assert. I'm going to assert that come on, baby. Watcher. What's that thing called? Set text. Set text. Times set text is called. Number of times, I better write it out. Number of times. I'm kind of happy about this because we figured out a way to TDD this, where before when I first came up with this, I thought, I don't know how to add this for asynchronous stuff. Set text called. Okay? So we're going to add another feature into our spy and say, hey, spy, keep track of how many times you're called. All right, spy. So we're going to put a var in here. And this is a var still. Number of times set text is called. And that's going to be an int. You wouldn't believe that my Mac is, in 2019, is the top end Mac, and I'm being slow. I can actually type faster than I can handle it right now. It's all because of all that other software we're running to do this stream. Int?
Well, everybody's. Yeah.
Is it capital? What is the bloody, or is it integer?
Yeah,
oh, there we are.
Yeah.
And I have to set it equal to something. Okay, it was called 0 times at the beginning. And now every time set text is called, we are going to increment that number. Is it control space? All right, what is the shortcut in Kotlin? Okay, it's control space.
There you go.
Plus plus?
Plus equals.
I don't know. Well, that's it. So in Swift, I can't do plus plus anymore. Is that right? But in Kotlin, I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's see what happens here. Oh, it's not going to do it, is it? Oh, it is going to do it. All right, so I think I got a counter. And we're going to find out how many, because we happen to be doing spying there anyhow. And this probably didn't get spelled right. Let's try this again. Dot, control space. Whoa, I'm in Chinese mode. How did that happen? Must hit my caps lock. Yeah.
The dot has a...
That's a Chinese period.
A hole in the middle.
Yeah, it's a little
of it.
thicker. There it goes.
Awesome.
Come on, baby. Keep up with me. Adding dash. Why am I not seeing it? Wow, after all that work, I didn't get it in here. Oh my God, my computer's too slow. That's not what I want to copy. Copy. Something must be wrong, huh? Text field.
Number of time.
It's a text field. I'm talking to the wrong object.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. Yeah. All right, folks, if your IDE is running this slow, on a regular basis, you should fix that problem. As far as I know, this is all because of the streaming boxes I'm doing. So we might have to figure out why it's so heavy right now. Okay, I think it's good. We expect to be called once. If I call it, did I call it twice? I haven't called it twice. I got to call it twice. Oops, got to add that in there. Okay, we called it twice, right? So despite being called twice, it's only call set text once. And doesn't call until dash added. Can I say that? Until dash is added? Or
just set text again for right now. You're trying to keep it from going on forever, recursively calling.
I feel like I need to add more words here, though. Don't you think so?
I don't think you need it right
Okay.
now.
How about doesn't call set text forever?
Yeah.
Which is weird. I mean, it does call it once, just not forever.
Well, I'm not sure it's going to work. So,
David, you've lost faith.
I'm 8 pops of the stack lost.
Let's run this baby.
I don't know where
We're
we
going to run
are.
this baby right now then. We don't want to run it in the app. I'm going to try one more time to... Wow, I got the right click. Here it comes. Run all tests. Control Shift R. Control Shift R. All right, run all tests. Run them all. Chop, chop, chop.
Okay, Gradle build is running.
Yeah. I gotta go think about why maybe I have some stuff I can get rid of. I know what my big things are.
You just need to add another couple of 100 gigabytes to your RAM.
Hey, does the MacBook Pro go higher than 32? Does the latest one? I think the bigger one goes to 64, the 16-inch. Like I could close Slack.
Probably does by now.
I don't want to close the wrong thing.
All right, so what did you get here?
Okay, the test failed, which is expected because we don't have our guard clause in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so at least we prove our spy knows what's going on inside that class. Like, hey, ring, ring, ring. Hey, called it again. Called it 2 times, so it tattled on it.
Yeah. Yep.
So
now you can put in your guard clause in your watcher.
All right, David. My hands are totally wore out. I think. Could you do the honors here?
You're saying that I should be able to do this?
I'm giving you the honors, David. Do you want to make it negative? Go ahead.
No, I mean you're thinking I know how to do this, and
adding dash, bro.
And this thing,
true or false or Boolean? It's
a Boolean, but I can't find it. It's on.
It's right beneath you, line 35.
Right? Adding dash. Oh.
So if it's adding dash, only come in here when you're not adding dash. Sorry, my computer's slow. There it is.
Adding dash.
When it's not, oh, okay.
Equals.
You're going to be, yep.
Equals false?
Yeah.
Is that what we're wanting?
Okay. Let's run that test.
And now, if we run that test, that was Shift.
Shift Control R.
Shift.
It doesn't work. I bet it doesn't work on my side either. if I remember right, there's some kind of shortcut overlap. Did it work?
Oh, I have no.
If you hit the play button, since the context is already set for all in, whoops, you have to drop. You're a little bit too high. Get an ease back on the stick there.
I haven't smoked anything.
You piloted it too high.
I haven't smoked anything.
Hit us. There we are. Escape. Go. There it goes. All right. While that's running, I'm going to kill off some more apps because there's a few apps that don't need to be running, like this one. Come on, baby. Let's see some green bar. All right, so we've TDD'd what I believe to be the right answer, and there's some risk that I incurred that David probably isn't. How do I say this? He's going to see more risk because the thing is I've been down this path before and I'm pretty sure that will fix the problem. So I just jumped in to do the solution. If you're not sure though, you can go ahead and experiment more. Actually try it out in the Android simulator before maybe bothering to write the unit test. But since I've already been down that path, I'm pretty sure we're good. But we're going to find out if I'm going to be eating crow or not by running it in the app now and seeing what happens when we type in 1, 2, 3. We could cliffhang. Maybe we should cliffhang everyone and say, tune in next time and find out if Lance is eating crow.
Oh, I'm just curious.
You'll have to come back next week, David.
No, I don't want to have to come back next week. No, don't leave me on the cliff.
Oh, my finger's going down for the hang up button. Oh. Let's see. What's all this?
No. Here we go.
We're almost
the
there. Sign. OpenGL render Davey.
Somehow we have to switch over to that.
I'm not going to show you. Let's turn off the camera for this one. We'll make this for the viewers who paid their dues, who are patrons of the show. We will show you the answer.
Patrons, yeah.
All right, you want to do the typing? I already clicked on the thing, so you just have to type the numbers.
You think I can? I don't think
really?
I can. I typed 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it
1.
didn't work.
Holy cow, David! Maybe we made it worse.
I don't see anything.
Oh, look, we can't type anything now. We got something wrong with our logic.
Did we?
Yeah, probably. Let's see here. I'm checking. So nothing's happening.
Oh.
All right, so if cursor position is equal to 2 and adding dash is false, which should be true.
Which is
looks like it is.
True on the first time.
It should go in here, and then it'll set it to true, and then call set text. And I typed in 1, 2, 3, but it typed nothing. Nothing happened. So why would that happen?
Did we get a 1, 2, 3 in our output?
Nothing. Nothing changed. That's really weird. Now I'm going to type some more.
Yeah, so many times we have problems with keyboard control.
Come here. I'm trying to. Ow. Somehow, why can't I don't know. I'm using the on-screen keyboard. Whoops, there it typed again.
Yeah, I can't tell what you're doing.
Yeah, I can't either. It's that bad. I don't know if it's a speed problem or I'm not sure. Maybe we need to relaunch it. You little Dickens. What's going on here? Why am I... Like, maybe if I... See, my computer is so maxed out right now.
It's slammed, isn't it?
Yes, I don't usually see it that fast. So OBS, blah, 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 and pop, and zoom. Hey, but it's 8 cores. What the heck? It's like, don't complain to me. You have 8 cores. You're an expensive computer. All right. Oh, expensive computer is dogging me out. All right. What am I going to do here? I feel like I want to rerun the app. I would like to lighten the load too. What am I running that I can close? I can close Safari. I can close Excel. There's other stuff I can close. Let's see if God dang, I want to get this wrapped up soon. So let's try this. And a slow computer will not help us get wrapped up. Save. And I'll close Safari. That should free up something. Close. And come on. I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm used to watching other people's computers being slow. I'm not used to mine being slow.
You've worn it out. Time to buy a new
Yeah,
one.
maybe. When's the M2 coming out?
Go get one of those M1s. I don't know. They haven't announced it, so who could possibly know?
Yeah, David knows, folks. Don't let him fool you. But he's an Apple insider. But today he's keeping his cards close.
They won't let me talk about it.
When you had dinner with Tim, he said, "David, I can tell you this, but don't repeat this on air."
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm going to hit this again because I'm not confident really what the problem is. Code-wise, it looks like it should do the right thing. I don't know what would keep us from typing in based on our change. All we did is we adding, so it has to be 2 and false to stick a dash in there. Okay, let's go over here. It's not here yet. Where is it? Why isn't it here?
I don't know how you kill
Maybe I
it
need to restart Android Studio.
in order to start.
That's an
it
interesting
again.
point. Is that what you're saying?
Well, the simulator. Restart the simulator, not the IDE.
I see. Well, we're going to probably restart everything pretty soon. All right, I have a cursor. I'm going to hit a number, 1. All right, 1 showed up. That's good.
Excellent.
I'm going to push 2.
Try 2.
All right, really freaking slow, but it's happening.
Excellent. Excellent.
All right, get ready. Here comes 3.
3.
And I'm trying to hold it down a little bit, but not too long to get the auto repeat going. So hopefully I'm doing the right thing there. All right, I hit 3 and come on, baby, give us some sugar. Let's walk over to Android Studio. Oh, what do we got here? Background, young, concurrent. Oh, GC. Yeah, that's not good news. We have some unhappiness. Set text is called an infinite amount of time again. How is that possible? All right. We're setting adding text to true. It only comes in here when this is true and that's true. Once this is true, it should not come into this area and call set text again. I don't know. It looks good to me, but it's not correct because it wouldn't do this otherwise. Well, we got to figure out this quickly or wrap the show anyhow. Let's see, waiting for something. All right, so we got 1, 2. There's some kind of timeout thing that happened. What that's about. Okay, got 1, 2, 3 on text change.
1, 2, 3.
Before text change, 1, 2 on text change, and we are in on text change. So that's probably cursor position's only at 2. That's correct. And then I think sadness happened. So how about we do a couple things? I'm going to kill the simulator. Okay. And I'm going to put a new bit of information in here. What's going on? Yeah, I don't know. It's possible. Okay, I have a new theory as well about why this could. Okay. David.
Has the simulator died?
Yeah.
I still see it on the screen.
The simulator? Oh, is my screen not? You should see the code right now, not the simulator. Oh,
No.
What's going on?
See the code now.
Sorry?
No. I see the code now, but I'm wondering if the simulator actually died. But you say
it doesn't show up on my taskbar. Okay, I have a concern. I wonder if this is a side effect. All right, I don't know. It's just sort of the ravings of a paranoid. But I don't think it's calling onText changed again because I would see this print line every time. But I don't see that. I only see set text, set text, set text, set text, right? So it's happening because of this line here. It's calling it many, many times. Why is that happening? Might be a different problem than I'm familiar with. You see what I'm saying? We're not seeing onText change being called many times because we'd see the printout. What we are seeing is set text being called many times. So this guard
might not be guarding against the problem we're having.
It might not be. It might be. There might be another reason why set text is being changed in a wildly crazy way. And we might have to solve that show for another time. So let me think about this. What could we do differently or experiment with this? I could put a breakpoint in here, which is what happened last time. All right, let's put a breakpoint in here. And then run this in the debug app. Now this breakpoint is only in SSN Watcher. If set text is being called somewhere else, it won't break. Whoa, I think my IDE just crashed. Oh no, changed screen for me? Oh, okay. Painting it up.
Ooh, gotta wait for the debugger.
Come on. Wow.
I guess it might be a little slower since it's running in the debugger.
Yeah. I wonder if it would hit that breakpoint yet. I don't think so. Let's go look. Whoops. Android Studio. What does this mean? There's a check mark there. I don't feel like I'm in the debugger view. I'm a little confused right now. I don't know. I'm a little confused. It says launch succeeded. And here it is. Okay, I'm getting my cursor on there. Whoa, get back over there. It's got to be related to our code though, because it happens when you get to the third 0, 1, second position. Come on, baby. Oh my gosh. All right. I want to type something. All right, it's blinking. 1. Okay. 2. Okay, and then the third time it should hit the breakpoint. 3. And it'll hit the breakpoint. And it comes over, they did that automatically. It popped over here. It says, hey, I'm at the breakpoint. All right, so now let's do some stepping. Where is the step? Oh, down here. All right, I want to step into... All right, I am in SSN field set text on the this function. So I'm setting it on SSN field. So I'm going to step into and then I'm going to step out because, well, I'm going to set a breakpoint here too, can't I? What does this button do? I don't want a recursive call. Why does it say recursive call? That's a little curious.
I don't know.
Oh, it is a recursive call. Okay. So the problem is we've never used the set text functionality till today, David. There's something wrong with it. It is a recursive call because I was sort of thinking to myself, this will call SSN field set text, but it's going to call this one's set text. So it's doing exactly what we told it to do. Call yourself forever. This line that's highlighted here, number 15, isn't correct. So this is probably some code we put in there a long time ago, but haven't ever used yet. And
okay.
And yeah, it's going to call itself again and again and again. So and if I hit step, it will call it again. I could call step into, I suppose. And then here I am again, and then here I am again. All right. So that's the problem. So I can't use this. I need to be more specific. I got to say something else. I don't know what I'm going to say right now. Okay. Might be too tired to figure this out, but I'm willing to give it a tiny bit of effort and see if we can get it. Otherwise, we'll have to leave it for next week. All right, I'm going to stop the app because I don't know what to write in there, but that's not the right thing. So we want to call set text on the SSN field object that's not overridden. It's overridden. That's the wrong code. We can't have that in there. There's a watcher, and this implements a set text. Maybe the problem is this. We may have picked a bad choice on our. Okay, I think I know what happened. Our interface overlapped with something that we don't want to override, and we're overriding the functionality. So here's my hypothesis, is that text interface happened to have the same thing called set text, which SSN field probably has always had before. That's why it has an override. It isn't an override because of the interface. It's an override because we're overriding something that we actually want to use. So, all right, I think we can fix this pretty quick. All right, I'm going to call this, I'm going to put this set text number 1, okay?
Okay.
Unless you want to come up with a better name right off the bat. Okay, that's Control Shift R.
No.
I think it's that. It's not. All right, what is rename? Come on, baby. Wow. Give me my context menu, mister. Rename, refactor. Shift F6, I gotta remember that. This would be a good use of the magic keyboard to put rename up there. All right, set text. So we're gonna call this I think we're gonna call it set text 1 just to see if it solves that problem. Okay. And then back in here, do I have to hit enter or anything? No. Back in here, whoops, not in here. In the code, text field, this isn't supposed to be override this is supposed to be that. And now it should be no longer a recursive call. Because it was a coincidence that they had the same name. They shouldn't have had the same name. And we'll have to come up with a proper name for that. Okay, let's build and run. By changing that interface, hopefully the refactoring tool did the thing, right thing and updated the tests. We'll find out in a second. If it didn't, it's not a recursive call now. So this is now called one, and it's going to call set text once and not forever. And now I think everything, well, I think everything will work.
You sure it's not recursive? It's got the circle.
I think it just hasn't figured life out yet. It said the Gradle build failed. Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right, so that refactoring of the interface probably did not take, because it's got this weird perp pink box.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, set text hides member of supertype text interface and needs the override modifier. I don't want it to do that. That's why I'm changing its name. Member of text interface. Okay, I think I fixed that. Why is it saying that?
Set text will be shadowed. Wow.
I'm going to say, all right, just show me the conflicts. I'm confused by that statement. Looks like you undid what I want to do, silly thing.
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm going to just hit refactor. Refactor. All right, now, I don't want the shadowing. And now that's correct, but it's angry. Probably because the build has to be run properly or something.
Because it doesn't have an override.
Do interfaces need an override?
Not normally, no. That's weird.
Okay, let me try implements. See if implements a keyword. It's not a keyword. So maybe in Kotlin you have to use override. You always override your interface. The main thing is I don't want to override this interface. Oh, this is not good. That would be bad. That's what I'm trying to avoid, this whole mess. And let me double check that. This dot has a set text, correct? Yeah. All right, good. Yeah, so that confirms why that was a bad thing to do. And we didn't know that till today because we haven't called that method yet. And then in the test, let's see if it did the right thing. It should be, where is it calling set text one? Okay, I think it looks okay here. So let me see if it will build and run. If it doesn't work this time, I'm going to call it for Friday. It's Friday, time to go have a beer.
Yeah. It is definitely time for that.
Especially when the computer's slow. You know, this has never been this bad before. Is it just because of pop?
I don't know. That is the new variable in the situation.
Yeah.
Though.
Okay, launch succeeded. Go on, baby. Yeah, a slow computer just slows everything down. You don't want that. All right, good. 1, 2. Our moment of truth, David. 3. Booyah! We got a dash.
Oh, look at that cute little dash.
Sweet. All right, folks. We're going to write down our retrospective on this, and then we know we have more tests to write because we only have 1, 2, 3. We got it, folks. We did the simplest thing that worked.
Oh.
The next step would be to write a test to handle any kind of things other than 1, 2, 3.
Well, we're going to be in big trouble when we try to get the second dash.
Well, it's another position. It's position. I think the same algorithm will work. It's
yeah.
position, and then check if we're in the
Yeah.
middle of a mucking with the dashes. Well, anyways, let's write our learnings and close the show because it's Friday, folks. And hey, while I enjoy coding,
Yeah. Let's go ahead.
time to stop. Okay, today was episode whatever.
33 maybe,
Apparently.
if we can.
All right. So what did we learn today?
Trust our previous. Oh my goodness. Pop might actually be slowing
Oh
us
yeah,
down.
maybe pop is pop. Oh well, yeah, that's true. We have a couple of criticisms of pop. Is pop slowing us down? God, I can't type now. Slowing us down? Question mark. But pop is doing something else. Why is pop losing David's meta? What? Those are special characters, I guess. Is that what those are?
Yeah. Shift
Shift
characters. But the
characters.
period's not a shift character. The period isn't a shift character.
Yeah.
It's other characters.
All right.
Let me see. David can't keep track of the number of different threads that are going on in his head, so loses the thread of what.
Hey,
we're
we can't
trying
write
to
personal
do.
stuff in here, man. No, well, I mean,
can't?
I don't think,
okay.
I don't know how to resolve that one. I mean, more coffee, take a nap.
Dave,
I don't know. Those are the things that
update?
come to mind right now.
Take a nap. Yeah, but no. Yeah.
But I've been working on this code longer than you, so there's a reason why I think I tend to be ahead on this one, in this case. Yeah. But what else? So, okay, interfaces. Interfaces require an override.
I don't think that.
All right. Do interfaces all right, let's Google it really fast.
Yeah.
You want to Google it while I type it down?
No, I can't do that because keyboard. Who knows?
You have to turn off that keyboard and turn on the draw.
Yeah. I don't know what I'd have to do.
So I'm going to write down this. An interface with set text that overrides view layer dot set text is a bad thing. It's a bad thing. Exclamation point. So we need to come up with a better name for that because set text is dangerous.
Definitely. Dangerously.
I don't know. I think that's it. I mean, if number 3 didn't happen today, we would have got done 30 minutes ago, I suppose.
Maybe,
Well, actually,
yeah.
we probably would have added a few more tests and then call it and ended at the same time, something like that.
Yeah.
But
I was trying to think if we learned anything else.
yeah, no, I feel like our learning's slowing down, David. That's only 3 things. We got like 5 things, 4 things. Well, we had 3 things back here. Well, we learned we did do some test driving on an asynchronous feature. That's a complicated thing to write down. Using a spy. Because last time I did this, it didn't occur to me how to do that.
Well, that's the trick with coming back and doing something again and again is before long you might get
Son of
better
a
at
gun.
it if you're not careful.
I better stop that in a hurry.
Yeah.
Oh, what's all this?
That's
Do we have
good.
this here? Why is this here? I think this is for something else. Why do I have example local unit test which will execute on development machine host? I don't know. I'm going to delete that.
Don't know. Yeah.
And
I don't know what that next one is about either. But
I don't know either.
so what are we what's our pointer for what we start on next time?
Yeah. Oops. I'll put that there.
We've got a working
We need to add more tests.
first dash.
We could add a failing test case, but I don't want to go through that effort, to be honest. But I want to refactor and add more test cases. That's pretty much it. Because I'm tired of we have a lot of boilerplate in our tests we can clean out. We have some cruddy mock code that we're not using that's still hanging out in there. You can't see it because it's got this expander here. Wherever it is. We had some code debt here to take care of. Where the heck is that? Here, is it this? No, I don't know. We have somewhere in here. We've got a mock object that we no longer need because we have other strategies.
Okay.
A bunch of imports that we don't need too. Wow, I can't find that code. But anyways, maybe it got deleted already. These little expanders are dangerous. Let's turn on all the expanders. View. Oh my God, I don't know if I have patience for this. All right, let's give up on that one. Anyways, we're going to do some refactoring and add more tests.
Yeah.
All
right. Sounds good. We're learning some Kotlin.
Out.